Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to today's webinar. I'm so excited that you guys are all here. This is one of our quick 30-minute live sessions that we're going to be doing and sprinkling out through the year. This one being on the top cost saving in Google Ads, where I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 silent budget killers in Google Ads that could be stealing some of your budget right now as we speak. Thank you guys all so much for joining today, especially because this is my very first webinar. So this is very exciting for me, and I'm looking forward to sharing all the great insight that I have for you guys, giving you these awesome tips to walk away today with better results in your Google Ads. We're going to give everybody a few more minutes to join. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and test out the chat box. Type in the chat box, question box. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. Would love to know where you're located. I'm coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And then what I love most about this and what I find is really cool is, we can be miles apart, spread in all different corners of the world. We tend to get a bunch of people from everywhere. But we're all coming together for today for one common goal, and it's to improve our marketing. So I'm really happy that I can share these tips to improve your marketing today. Let's go. Let me see the responses that are coming in. We have Houston, Texas. We have Massachusetts, LA. We have John from Kansas. California, Andrew from California. I'm missing California a lot. We have another Texan. Hi, John. Central Florida, the sunny state. North Carolina, Brian. Thanks for joining. North Carolina. I'm actually from Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for joining us. Got Tennessee, Indianapolis. We're coming from all over the place. I see you, Oregon. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, like I said, this is a very quick session today. So we're going to go ahead and get started as people are coming in. A few housekeeping notes before we get started. This webinar is being recorded, so there's no need to take any notes. If you want to run it back, this will be on the Local IQ and WordStream YouTube channels, and we will be sending all the materials directly to your inbox after the session. And lastly, do not forget to engage that chat box, especially at the end whenever we're going to have our live Q&A. I'm really looking forward to diving in, taking all your questions about the content that we covered today. So many of you have attended may have attended our webinars before. You may work with us at Local IQ, be familiar with our sister brands WordStream, Reach Local, or this may be your very first time joining us today. And if so, welcome, welcome. We're so happy to have you with us. Local IQ is our all-in-one digital marketing platform with a full suite of digital marketing solutions that is designed to attract and retain your ideal customer. So the AI optimization technology is leverages data from historical campaigns and over 1,500 verticals. But we're more than just a platform. We have a more personal approach than that. We have real support from real people, real local experts to help you out with your marketing and grow your business faster. And to kind of echo that we are more than just a platform, we are a trusted premier partner from all the major advertising platforms, recognized for our commitment in driving innovation in our marketing and growing our customers. And so the numbers that you see here, they speak for themselves on the commitment towards driving growth for our customers. And the beautiful badges that you also see here at the bottom are proof of our commitment to continuous innovation. Local IQ and WordStream are on all of the major social media platforms, so if you're not following us yet, go take a look at us. And then if you haven't been to the new website, we just got a refresh on our website on Local IQ. Definitely encourage you guys to go check it out. And a little bit about me, your host today for the webinar. My name is Alexandra Howard. You may call me Alex, though. I come with 9 years of experience in brand and digital marketing. I've been spread through, paid marketing management. I've been on the agency side. I even ran my own full service marketing agency under an LLC. I've been in sales, but thankfully has brought me to Local IQ as brand manager for a little over the last 2 years. I am based in Dallas, Texas. I actually just moved here from Columbus, Ohio, but I moved down here to be closer to family, which is right next door in Louisiana. Would love to stay connected with you guys after this session, so please go follow me on LinkedIn and I'd love to chat afterwards. Okay, time to chime in that chat box again. Pop quiz. How are you really feeling currently about the results that you're getting in your Google Ads? I'd love to know, just a pulse check, see how we're feeling, and just want to know the confidence level of our current outcome. Okay, I see you. Okay. Feeling okay, feeling good. I see a couple of like not so okay. Okay. See an 8 out of 10, Rick. All right. Okay. Some say they're doing initially, like they're doing better than what they started with, which is good. Awesome. Oh, unsatisfied. It's okay. That's why we're all here today. Hit or miss. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Want to learn some more information. Hopefully I can provide all that you need today to improve that. Okay, so I mean, we're pretty like spread across the board. But so that tells me that you guys are really going to love what I'm covering with you today. Best news is that these tips I'm going to share with you today, all the tips that I'm sharing with you today, you can all walk away with better results of your marketing. So, like I said, very quick 30-minute recap on session today. We're going to do the 5 silent budget killers, and I'm going to tell you how you can fix them. We're going to do some thought starters to kind of recap on the content that I covered with you today, and then we'll do the live Q&A. Alrighty, so 5 budget drainers in Google Ads. So Google Ads is powerful, but like when the small mistakes can really lead to the big wasted spend. And many businesses, including the most experienced experts, marketers, they unwillingly and unknowingly opt into some of the settings within Google Ads that really does kill budgets. And so today's goal is we're going to identify them, eliminate that wasted spend, and improve that return on investment for you guys. Kicking off with Google Display Network. So when you're creating a new search campaign within Google Ads, this is automatically checked in to the settings, meaning that your ads can be placed in the Google Display Network and will be triggered to relevant keywords that you're bidding on. Now, 99 out of 100 cases that I've seen, the results for this when you opt into the setting for search campaigns is not great. So why is this? Because you're probably thinking, oh, more exposure, like display, search. Well, it's because of the unprofitable placements and the lack of intention that when spreading it to a display network. And so like traditionally, display ads often have lower conversion than search ads do. And so people when they click on a display ad have like very like vague interest in actually like converting. And so if you opt into this, your goal is to get more conversion for your dollar, then your campaign is really leaking money due to all of those unwanted clicks. So how do we fix it? So your money is better spent on ads that reach people who are actively searching for your business. The solution here, what I recommend, would be to disable this in the settings, disable display network to have better control and better search results for your search campaigns. If you wanted to, if display is an interest in your marketing strategy, then I would definitely run a separate, more controlled Google Display Network campaign if display is a goal. Moving on to number 2, Search Partner Network. Unlike Google Display, This automatic opt-in network can really work well for some industries and some campaigns, and then some it's not a good fit. So you can appear in Google search partners such as search, the shopping tab, you got Google Images, Maps, YouTube, shopping, like you name it. But then here's the key that I really want everybody to focus on here. Your ads can also be exposed in hundreds of non-Google websites that are partnered within Google. And so the search partner network could be draining your budget with like little return on investment due to those not so intentional clicks. And that's because your ads appear even if people aren't searching for your keywords, because you're going to end up being placed in these hundreds of non-Google websites, and it's so spread thin. And so how Google reads that is the term relevant to your keyword. What may be relevant to Google may not be relevant to your marketing objectives. And so my recommendation on fixing this, if you want to test this, monitor the performance. And if you start to see just not that great of results, disable, simple as that. But if your goal is to convert, I recommend that you disable the settings in the search campaign. So just takeaway and recap. If the goal is conversions, disable in the settings, the display network, and then also the search partner network. I think everyone in this live session can absolutely relate to those. So like time is scarce, and watching every dollar spent is exhausting. Local IQ's technology takes that guesswork out. And so it constantly optimizes the best ad placements, those keywords, and publishers that are going to deliver the best return on investment and save you from worrying about if you're having to waste spend. Alrighty, so number 3 is not all devices perform the same, and I cannot express this golden rule enough. So mobile, desktop, and tablet conversions vary greatly. In accounts that focus on driving phone calls, we find that mobile performance looks really good, but then when sometimes desktop and computer performance is lacking. So reflecting on that data often is your guide to constantly improving your Google Ads campaigns and identifying that wasted spend. And so the solution here, I recommend going through the data, but then to adjust your bids or exclude those performing devices, the low performing devices that are just not, doing much justice, not getting any conversion. So from the top performing device to top search keywords, the advanced reporting that we have, like with Dash, it performs, that sends right to your inbox, can always let you know how to adjust your bids, where it needs to be adjusted, and then which device needs to be turned off. So with that performance data, this gives you insight into which keywords are falling in this 92% of low volume keywords that are capturing fewer than 10 searches a month. And yes, those unnoticed keywords are slowly draining your ad budget. So number 4, coming at low bidding and low volume keywords, no conversion keywords. If you have keywords that only spend a couple dollars a day or a week, especially if you have larger budget, you may notice the spend on these keywords building up over time. And more often than not, account managers will review keyword performances, and for the most recent week, they'll go back 2 weeks, a month, maybe even 2. And then they'll never look beyond that though, and see if that's where the problem is and where the solution lies. My recommendation here, to catch those low performing keywords that are not converting and just draining your budget over time, you have to look back on the last quarter, last 6 months, last year, analytics to catch those long-term spending leads. And then of course, regularly review those keywords and pause the low performing ones after you run the report. And last but not least, number 5, and it was not using negative keywords. Oh, I love this slide. This is my favorite. Negative keywords help you refine targeting and how you eliminate spend and all those unlimited or unwanted clicks. It prevents your ads from showing up in unwanted searches that are draining your ad budget. And so the solution here, if you haven't already, create a negative key list. And also another tip here, Google updates are really pushing advertisers to now switch to broad keyword matches. And so my advice to you, broad match keywords may not be the greatest fit for you, especially if you have limited budget. You want to aim for more intentional searches. And so with that, I also advise that don't switch to that. View some search term reports frequently. After creating your negative keyword list, which if you haven't, I hope that you do before the weekend starts. And then also just practice that routine and regular cleanup with your keywords. And it's because it's vital to your total campaign health and optimization moving forward. And if you don't have the time, I see you, I feel you. My to-do list looks like a CVS receipt. So I can't even imagine what that looks like if you're running and owning a business. So our platform does it all for you. And it customizes this based on your industry, your geographic market, and it automatically adds those negative keywords to protect your budget from these irrelevant searches. It adds those high performing and removes the poor performing keywords. It does it all for you. So now to kind of wrap us up and what I just reviewed with you, I know that was a speed round, so I hope you guys go back and watch the recording and dive more into the materials afterwards. And again, on our upcoming Q&A, asking all the questions in the world. So fixing your Google ad string budget, ongoing optimization is key. Refreshing and monitoring your campaigns often, or investing time to test new tools that can help you save time. Use the data to identify those budget leaks, but then compare your goal metrics to your industry to guide better marketing decisions. And then lastly, you always have to be ready to pivot. We've seen the Google updates, they're constantly coming out, and they're going to constantly keep coming out, right? So you need to have your flexible strategy based on your audience and how your ads are responding to these new updates. So best advice, always be ready to pivot, use the data, ongoing optimization is key. And all right, I am so excited to dive in with you guys on the live Q&A. And while we're doing this, you're going to see a poll come up on the screen. And so if you were wanting to know more about what I covered, because all of that was such a speed round, or if you're curious about some of the technology features from Local IQ and products that I was discussing, and you're curious to learn more, go ahead and click that checkbox whenever that poll pops up during the live Q&A, and then we'll connect you with a local expert who can walk you through your marketing strategy, tell you how and where you can improve your ROI and save some time, save some money. All right. I am ready for questions whenever you guys are. Let me see you coming through. See them coming through. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot. Oh, I wish I could get to all of them. Okay, let's see. So Brad, should you have a mix of broad match and phrase keyword matches? Expand this. In your search campaign, what is the ideal ratio? Again, I really think this depends on your budget. If it is limited and you're really focused on conversions, I just recommend not having broad matches included in your keyword list, because that phrase or the exact match, especially for those branded keyword campaigns, that's going to be your best bet for your best book. You know what I mean? So that was a great question, Brad. Thank you. What's your thoughts on shopping ads for limited budget? Ooh, this is a really good question. Honestly, I've seen great success when it comes to Performance Max campaign if you do have a little budget. But as far as it being like an actual conversion, as far as like, quality leads is what you're looking for, it's a hit or miss with those kind of campaigns. I do think shopping ads are worth it if you have the right creative, which now Google in platform has the ability to, you have the ability to build your own ads. It helps you create with like photos, and AI helps you create some creatives too. So, and then also with the new visual search for the shopping ads too, with that on the up and up, I think creative is really important for the shopping ad quality. Can you do anything to track competitor performance? Our platform does. And you can compare back to what the keywords your competitors may be bidding on that you could be taking advantage of and competing against if it's worth it. So yeah, tracking competitive performance is definitely something that we do. Thank you for asking, Haley. Would you recommend deactivating both search and display networks? Aren't those two only, wait, hang on one second. You would recommend deactivating both search and display networks. Aren't those the only two options? No, so what I was referring to is in your search campaign settings. And these are like optional opt-in settings that Google automatically opts you into when you're building out the new search campaigns. And so when I was providing guidance on the display, I would recommend it because, based on if you're really looking to drive conversions and really get the most for like the bid that you're doing for your keywords, I would, just because it can be the display network going on, the display ads, they just don't have a large conversion rate and solid conversion rate as search ads do. And then the display or the search network, it really is just like a thin spread. And what could be relevant to Google as your keyword and where that you show up in those search results really would not be like as relevant as your marketing objective. But thank you for that question. Good one. Generally speaking, what's better for return on investment, Facebook or Google ads? Great question, Chris. Definitely, I would say Google ads. Google ads is always going to be the number one. It has like over 90% of market share in the search market. Yeah, I would definitely say Google ads because also you can it's versatile when it comes to display types, and you have control over it whenever you're, for your costs. And Facebook is great. That's actually like Meta ads. I would say if you're going for social ads, that is absolutely the number one platform I would recommend for your social ads investment. But return on investment, PPC, I think we have a stat on it. I can't remember what it, but the return on it is like over 100% for PPC. So Google ads, I definitely would think would be the best return. Take a few more. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot that are coming in. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, oh my goodness, they just keep going up and up and up. Okay, we'll do this. Wait, no, where'd you go? Okay, so Cindy here from Indy. She's brand new to Google Ads, selling ice cream shop franchisees. Any advice including competitor keywords in your campaign? I absolutely would. But now the tricky part is where your ads can get flagged if you include them in the headlines. So that is not recommended at all, but I would definitely recommend to pull those performance reports, those keyword reports, see what keywords that your competitors are bidding on, and then also see if it's really worth your ad spend and see if there's a gap that you could take advantage of that they're not taking advantage of. As far as just, hopping on the train and taking their keywords as well, sure. But then some of those keywords that they could be bidding on, they're expensive cost per click, So really just take a look to see how much that specific keyword of interest would cost Then also try and identify gaps on how you can separate and optimize on keywords that they're not taking advantage of. Take a few more. Take a few more. So let's see. Still going. 1 second. They're like all coming in. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for engaging, asking all these awesome questions. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness, just flooding in. Okay. Would you recommend having your platform with SEM Rush? I mean, honestly, Google already has a really good tools to use for that keyword research, and that is directly in the platform that you're going to be advertising into. So I would use that free resource because there is a cost to SEM Rush. That was a great question, JR. Okay, I think that we're going to wrap it up today, and I will definitely take a look more into these questions that I did not get to. I'm sorry I did not get to everybody's questions. You guys came out with some great ones. Thank you all for your time today and joining me. I really appreciate it so much, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.